Here outside of Lenox Hill Hospital, which has dealt with many of the dozens of Legionnaires cases in this outbreak, including at least one of the 4 fatal cases. And now one of the widows says she has to speak out to try and prevent others from having to go through what she's endured.
He said to me, "I don't want to leave you. I love you so much for 50 years. He said it to me, he whispered, he was so ill.
Ida Goldstein expresses her emotions over the death of her 88-year-old husband, Robert, to complications of Legionnaire's disease. The Air Force veteran had a clean bill of health. The couple lives on the Upper East Side, the epicenter of the outbreak of the potentially deadly and potent type of pneumonia.
He kept declining every single day in the hospital. I kept praying for him and hoping maybe there's a chance he might improve, but it never happened.
Her attorneys announced they're strongly considering suing Upper East Side buildings whose cooling towers tested positive for Legionella, the bacteria that causes the illness. The Goldsteins' building did not test positive, but nearby buildings did show the presence of the bacteria in water vapor from cooling towers that made people sick.
On the Upper East Side, almost 50% of the buildings that had registered cooling towers had not cleaned them.
Robert Goldstein was one of 4 people who've died and at least 53 people who had to be hospitalized for the illness. At Lenox Hill Hospital, where Goldstein passed away, City Council Speaker Julie Menon led local officials in criticizing the Department of Health's handling of the outbreak.
The health department opted not to proactively disinfect.
She said a law that came into effect this year required Legionella testing every 30 days in warm weather, and that the city didn't follow that rule. The Department of Health held a series of town hall meetings to inform residents and says it's seen no new cases for the last week. Still, some say more needs to be done.
And this is not, like contracting a cold. This is Legionnaires, which has a 10% fatality risk.
The City Council Speaker says she's holding hearings with the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene to hear their take on how they handled this outbreak and to help sculpt policy going forward to try and make outbreaks much less frequent. We'll stay on this, of course. Right now, reporting from the Upper East Side, I'm James Ford, Pix 11 News.